Hey, everybody, welcome back for day 75 of 100 Days of Halloween. I hope you are doing well and enjoying your Sunday. So, 100 Days of Halloween, what am I doing? Well, my lovely yarny friend and sister Ranee over at the Woolly Llama Shop was discussing with several of us on a live back in July that she was wanting to do a certain project for the 100 Days of Halloween, and her idea was to do a granny square a day with either a Halloween theme, motif, applique, colorway design, whatever, or fall, and build this blanket because it is hot in the South and she didn't want to start like a major blanket that was going to continue to grow and get hotter as you worked on it. So she figured 100 days, 100 squares to build this blanket was a great idea so you wouldn't be roasting. So I thought it was a brilliant idea. I decided I wanted to join in solidarity because I had been wanting to make a Halloween blanket for a while, just hadn't had the chance. And this was perfect opportunity. So with each square, um, she is either what Rainey did was she scoured the interwebs, compiled this big long list of either fall or Halloween themed granny squares with the motif that's built in or appliques, etc. And she correlated each one with a number. Mind you, she continues to find more squares and adding to the list. But she provides you by drawing at random every day, except from Friday. She draws for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because she works on the weekends. She provides you with a new pattern or tutorial that is free so that if you wanted to join in, whether you're making granny squares, blankets, anything else, you could use the appliques on anything. Um, and that way she's providing those for free. And she also gives you project ideas here and there as well. Um, I, on the other hand, I'm taking cues from some of her squares that she has drawn. I'm also taking inspiration from her, as well as some other yarny friends and sisters that we will talk about in a minute, and you guys with your suggestions and guesses on my squares every day. So, some other yarny friends and sisters have joined us, and that is Nova over at Nova Gnome Creations. She is making the squares and updating us about every week on her squares, but they are not going in a blanket. No, no, no. She is making wearables for herself and some very near and dear littles in her life, which she shall show us. She shall reveal the projects come her 13 days of Halloween celebration. And then we have our lovely yarny friend and sister, Patricia, over at the Yarny Cat Crochet, who has already made several projects, none of which are a blanket. She has made a purse to carry her cell phone, keys, wallet, etc., while she's out and about doing fall fun things. She also made a matching scarf, and she has made amigurumi and potentially is working on some other things. And she drops us a video when she is able because everybody's been kind of busy and have a lot of other projects on their plate. And then we have some viewers that have joined in. One for certain has sent me a picture via email, and we've had two other viewers that have posted projects on my community tab. If I remember correctly, there might be, maybe there's three. I have to go back and check. But anyhow, so if you want to join in, it doesn't have to be a blanket. It could be anything fall, Halloween themed. Just post a picture or send us a picture and let us know how you want to be credited. So, what I'm doing, my random part, because I'm not doing all the squares or tutorials or ones that Rainey has been drawing at random, I'm drawing my squares at random that I already pre-made. Some of them have a motif in them. Some of them are just colorways. Some of them are different colored blanks ready for an applique. And I'm drawing them at random pretty much every day from my boo box of fate. And whatever square we draw is the day for the following day. And I decide, sometimes with your help, how I'm going to work it, whether either leave it blank for something like a too large applique, or I'm using different things that I find on the internet or suggestions from you guys in freehanding if I can't find a pattern, etc. So we've already completed 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 31 through 40, 41 through 50, 51 through 60, and 61 through 70. And now we are working on 71 through 80. And what I'm doing with each group of 10, before I add them or feed them to my blanket, I am doing a little video short for a little recap of those 10 squares. And that way you can see them before they are actually added into the blanket. My last group of 10, 61 through 70, I have the short ready. I just keep forgetting to get it uploaded. And no, they have not been added into the blanket yet. Hopefully by the middle of this week, um, I will have some update on the blanket, because I'm kind of working on a time crunch, finishing up the last little bits of a very special project that I need to actually finish, that I had to take part of it apart and start all over. Yeah. Um, and it's a time crunch. So without that, so let's do a recap of where we are with the group we are working on, and start with day 71 up to today, which is day 75, and see what we've got so far, and then draw a new square for tomorrow. So for day 71, I had come back from vacation, and drawing my squares prior to vacation so that I could have them ready and record my videos so that you guys would still be seeing them daily while I was gone. I totally forgot about drawing a square for when I came back. So what I did was, we just did a square. And it is the Pumpkin Granny Square by Repeat Crafter Me. It's a free pattern on her webpage, or her blog. Information is in the description box. It's been a busy day. I'm so tongue-tied. I almost forgot to do my video today. Um, but it's also available on Yarn Inspirations as a blanket pattern. But I don't remember how many of these pumpkin squares you have to make to build the blanket. But you can print that off of a Yarn Inspirations. I think it's the Pumpkin Granny Square blanket pattern. But you can also find just the information for the block on her blog post. And then for day 72, we drew out at random this Moonlight cat granny square. And it starts off black center, and then you've got your moon, then goes to blue to square it off. And you put these little star stitches in. Then you just put some cute little whiskers, and you make a couple triangles and sew them on and tack them down for the kitty cat ears. And this pattern is by the Crochet Bean. And like I said, all the information will be in the description box. And then for day 73, we drew at random this pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie colored kind of orange. And I was trying to figure out what to put on it. And if you've been around for a while, you know about the little trick-or-treating ghosties that I found a pattern for. They're basically, you make the little ghosties to make like a Halloween, oh, what do they call them? A banner. I chose to use them as appliques on some squares, and there's a whole set of 5. We had already used Frankie the Ghost, um, the ghostie holding a pumpkin, and I made extra pumpkins so it looks like it's in a pumpkin patch. And then we also used the little witch ghost, and there was 2 more. So I used the little vampire ghost on the pumpkin pie square, and I think it turned out super cute. So that was day 73. And then for day 74 square, we drew at random one of the Red Heart Super Saver jumbo stripes in brights that I had made. I had taken a whole skein and made a bunch of squares, because they're all different because of the way the colors flow. And I love the colors. And there's a lot of these colors in my blanket. And I chose to leave this one empty, kind of prepping for future appliques that I do have some that are too large for just one square. and I'm going to try and strategically place some of these so that I am still able to use those and implement them into the blanket. Because, I mean, we're on day 75. That means we have 26 days left. Yeah. So I really want to use those that were too big. And that way they don't go to waste. And I made them. So, I put the work into them. I might as well put them in the blanket at some point. So we strategically left it blank for now. And then yesterday, we drew at random for today's square. We drew out this burgundy, like deep wine color. And I was trying to figure out what to put on it, and I forgot my phone so I can read what you guys guess. It's on the charger. It's about dead. I've been very busy today, and we actually just got home a little bit ago. We had to go out of town. Um, so I was trying to figure out what to put on it, and I had my list sitting next to my chair of all the inspiration I've been getting from you guys and squares that Ranee has drawn that I really loved and want to try and make for the blanket. There's more inspiration on that page than I have squares left. So I was trying to figure out which one I really, really wanted to do last night. And there was just one, and I think she drew it last week. And I absolutely fell in love with it. And I was like, I think this one will be perfect. I couldn't imagine it on any different color because it kind of makes the colors pop. So I chose, it's an applique that Ranee drew out from um her little Jinx jack-o'-lantern of joy. I made the candy corn unicorn by Golden Lucy Crafts. Um, I think Ranee also made it, and if I remember correctly, she did the main different. I went ahead and just did it the way she had it. I think it turned out super cute. I love it. And I think it looks good on the square and it makes the yellow and the orange pop. So, yes, we did the Candy Corn Unicorn by Golden Lucy Crafts. And I will link all that information for this in the description box in case you want to make it to put it on something because it is so darling. So, that was day 75. So, let's draw a square for tomorrow for day 76 and see what we're working with. And like I said, guys, this box is getting light. There's not a whole lot left in here. I think I did some extras, but I can't remember exactly how many are in here. So, okay. We are working with blue. It's kind of like this blue jean denim blue. There we go. I don't know, guys. I'm going to have to really think about this one and decide what to put on it. Maybe I'll look at my inspiration sheet, see what I think will look good on here that is lighter and brighter and won't kind of fade into the background of the blue and be hidden with a lot of stuff. Yeah. So this is going to be the square for day 76. What do you guys think? Put your guess in the description in the comment section or suggestions or whatever. Maybe I'll look at it tonight if I get a chance. Because I got a couple more things I got to work on in that super top secret project that I had to rip half of it out. Yeah. So there we go. Denim blue. Going to be interesting. So I guess with that, I'm going to let you guys go. I love you bunches, and I will see you back tomorrow for day 76. Love ya. Bye for now.